In this video, I'll be changing the gearbox oil in the Talaria Sting. Hey, what's going on? It has come time to change the gearbox oil in my Talaria Sting. You may or may not know that you actually have to do this, and the requirements are your first oil change should be right around 150 miles and every 600 miles after that. So I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to do it. First thing you want to do is make sure that your bike is nice and level. I have mine strapped to the ceiling so it's straight up and down. Next, you'll want to remove the metal bash guard. It's set with 2 hex head screws. I'm just using an Allen wrench to loosen those up. If you have a better tool, I would recommend it, but I believe it's a 4mm head. Next, take off the plastic cover that covers your motor in the area where you're going to be putting in the oil and draining it. It is 2 4mm hex bolts and it's very easy to remove. You'll find the drain plug at the very bottom of the area where the oil goes in. The first time you remove this, it is very difficult to get loose. I'd recommend using a socket wrench. Make sure you have something in place to catch all the dirty oil. I found that placing this plastic cup right there in the bash guard worked perfectly. Next, remove the oil cap. This will help the air flow and drain the oil out through the bottom of the reservoir. And once all the oil is done draining out, put the plug back in and make sure it is very secure. Look at all that dirty oil. This next part might blow your mind. So here's a side-by-side comparison of the old oil, and that honey-colored oil on the left is the new oil. That's what my oil used to look like since this is my second oil change. So here's where I had to get creative. I didn't have a funnel small enough to put the oil back into the gearbox, but luckily I had these droppers laying around. Because it's not a ton of oil, I was able to use this dropper to quickly fill up the gearbox. Another tip would be to get gear oil that has a narrow nozzle at the top. That would eliminate the need for a small funnel. I don't know exactly how much oil is required to fill up the gearbox, but the rule that I used is to fill it up until I could see the oil hit the threads where you screw in the cap. That should be plenty. Once it's all full, screw the cap back on, place your cover back on, and fasten up the bash guard. And that pretty much does it. I hope you found this video helpful. I picked this oil up from gritshift.com. They have several options. If you filter by Talaria Sting, you'll see all of the options available. Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. Is this something that you think you can do yourself? Also, while you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day.